Hi, this is T.H. Culhane, and I'm a Fatih from Solar Cities. And right now we're standing on the roof of the abunimrus1 Environmental Science Center in Giza Protectorate, and we're looking at a somewhat professionally made solar hot water system that is not well made at all, and illustrates a big problem in many countries where there isn't good basic science training that is integrated with practical hands-on work. Here we have the classic misunderstanding of how hot water works. Hot water, as we know, rises. Now in this system, if you think of hot water as a bubble, which is basically what it is relative to the surrounding medium, the hot water is, yes, going to rise up the collector, and when it gets to the top, it's going to look for the highest place, so it's going to exit here, it's going to move up. Now the hot water is up here, imagine as if it were bubbles. Hot water is up here, it's up here, it wants to go up, it wants to go up. What happens when it gets right here? It gets stuck right there. Just as a hot air balloon will not go down, hot water doesn't go down. So the hot water is going to stagnate right here, and the circulation is going to stop. In the unlikely event that you have good water pressure and the cold water coming in is sufficient, it might push the cold water down this side into the collector, push the hot water, and it might force that hot water down, like pushing a balloon underwater, and push it down. So you will get some heating when the pressure is sufficient down below. This is why in Egypt, when you have installations that are made like this, people will say, oh, solar, yeah, works well in the summer, doesn't work in the winter. Because in the summer, there's so much hot water here, and this tank gets so hot just because of the sun heating the tank, that the water inside will be warm. And people will say it works. But in the winter, when the tank is not heating and the collector's stagnating up here, people say solar hot water, not appropriate for the winter. Completely false. Now the manual that we got from India, the Solar Water Heating Fabrication and Training Manual, talks about this and shows very explicitly which installations are wrong. In this case, we're looking at a classic case of the distance between the storage tank and the collector being too small. You can see they say do not put the tank down even like this would be wrong, even if the top of it was above. The whole tank needs to be elevated somewhere between 4 centimeters and their recommendation 15 centimeters above the panels. So if we just simply raise this up to here, now we'd have a functioning system. Another thing here is the angle here is very steep. We do a test, and right now the time is, let's see what we got here. It's 1:14, so it's about midday. The sun is just a little bit to the west of the midday sun, and we place a pen like this, normal to the glass, and look where the shadow falls.